Welcome to the Roman rulers. I'm your host, Chuck Tanraty, and this podcast takes you on a chronological journey through the fascinating reigns of each ruler of Rome. Today we explore the life and reign of Numa Pompilius, Rome's legendary second king, whose peaceful leadership and devotion to religion laid the foundations for Rome's cultural and spiritual identity. Numa's reign spanned from 715 to 672 BC, a stark contrast to his predecessor, Romulus, whose legacy was steeped in war and conquest. Numa is remembered as the king who brought peace to Rome and organized its religious and social institutions. Numa Pompilius was of Sabine origin, born in the town of Cures. According to legend, he was the youngest of four sons, born on the very day of Rome's founding, April 21, 753 BC. His father Pomponius raised him in an austere and disciplined household, and Numa was known for his piety and philosophical outlook from a young age. He married Tatia, the daughter of Titus Tatius, the Sabine king who had co-ruled with Romulus. The couple's happiness was short-lived, as Tatia died after 13 years of marriage. Grief-stricken, Numa retreated to the countryside to live a life of quiet reflection. After the death of Romulus, Rome endured a year-long interregnum, during which the Senate ruled in rotation. Factions of Romans and Sabines struggled to agree on a successor. Finally, the Senate elected Numa as a compromise candidate, recognizing his wisdom and virtue. Initially reluctant, Numa accepted the kingship only after consulting the gods. Through augury, the divine approval was confirmed, and Numa took the throne with the blessing of both the people and the heavens. Numa's first act as king was a bold gesture of peace. He disbanded Romulus's personal guard of 300 warriors, known as the Celeres. This move symbolized his commitment to ending Rome's warlike ways. He then set about creating institutions that would unify the people and instill a sense of order and morality. Central to Numa's reign was his establishment of religious practices and offices. He is credited with founding the role of Pontifex Maximus, the chief priest of Rome, as well as various priestly colleges, including the Flamines, Salii, and Fedialis. He also brought the Vestal Virgins, the priestesses of Vesta, to Rome from Alba Longa, expanding their role in maintaining the sacred fire. Numa's reforms emphasized the importance of ritual and discipline, binding the community through shared religious observances. According to legend, Numa was guided by the nymph Egeria, who taught him sacred rites and offered counsel. The relationship between Numa and Egeria became a symbol of divine inspiration. One famous tale recounts how Numa, with Egeria's help, persuaded Jupiter to grant the Romans a ritual to protect them from lightning and thunder. Numa's connection to the divine reinforced his authority and fostered reverence among the people. Numa also emphasized peace and justice. He introduced the cult of Terminus, the god of boundaries, to encourage respect for property and harmonious relations with neighbors. His reign was marked by the rare feat of keeping the doors of the Temple of Janus, a symbol of war, closed throughout his entire 43 years on the throne, a testament to his success in maintaining peace. Beyond religious reforms, Numa organized Roman society into occupational guilds, grouping artisans and tradesmen by their crafts. This not only structured the economy, but also fostered a sense of community and cooperation. He promoted agriculture, distributing land to the poor and encouraging farming as a means to reduce poverty and crime. Numa is also credited with reforming the Roman calendar. He introduced the months of January and February, transforming the calendar from a 10-month to a 12-month system. This reform aligned the calendar with lunar cycles while maintaining harmony with the solar year. Numa's death in 672 BC marked the end of a remarkable reign. He was buried on the Janiculum Hill in a stone coffin. According to tradition, sacred books containing his teachings were buried with him. Centuries later, these books were said to have been unearthed, but were deemed too dangerous to publicize and were burned by order of the Senate. The mystery surrounding these texts only adds to Numa's enigmatic legacy. Rome's early history often juxtaposes Romulus's warlike nature with Numa's peaceful philosophy. Together they represent the duality of Rome itself, a civilization forged by the sword, yet governed by laws and traditions steeped in wisdom. Numa's contributions endured, influencing Roman religion, law, and culture for centuries. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Roman Rulers. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tune in tomorrow as we examine the reign of Tullus Hostilius, the third king of Rome, whose aggressive expansionism contrasted sharply with Numa's pacifism. I'm Chuck Tanraty, and until next time, Vale.